Hey Collective, it's great to be back with you guys. Another daily Devo coming at you straight from 2 Corinthians chapter 8. We're continuing to see the words of Paul to the church in Corinth in this time, a church that is facing uncertainty, facing trouble, facing persecution, but that has a lot going for them. They're in a great spot as a church, and Paul wants to continue to equip them. He wants to call them out where they're wrong, and he wants to encourage them where they're right and keep them on a straight path. And so we see this chapter specifically, Paul is talking about giving of their resources, giving of their time, giving of their money, giving of whatever they have to benefit the people that are lower than them, maybe in financial gains, or that are looked down upon because of whatever is going on in their life. And Paul is saying that equality is the goal. And I think we could look at the world around us and think that equality is the goal. And so I want to encourage you guys specifically right here where Paul is talking about giving of your money. And so we find ourselves in verse 8. Paul says this, "I'm not commanding you, but I want to test the sincerity of your love by comparing it with the earnestness of others." And then Paul says this, setting the tone for the giving, setting the tone for why are you giving? What are you giving? How are you giving? This next verse right here is the pinnacle. This is what everybody should be looking at as the influence for their giving. "For you know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that though he was rich, yet for your sake he became poor, so that you, through his poverty, might become rich." This is why we do what we do, because Jesus did it at the highest level. And then Paul says this right here. He says, "And here is my judgment about what is best for you in this matter. Last year you were the first, not only to give, but also to have the desire to do so." Paul, the church in Corinth, they had money. They were big. They were in a town where people gave a lot, and they were eager to give. And so Paul here says this in verse 11, "Now finish the work. Do it. Don't just talk about it. Don't just be the first one to think about it and say, yeah, we could do that first. Actually do it. So finish the work, so that your eager willingness to do it may be matched by your completion of it according to your means." This is what we are doing in our lives. We're not comparing it. We're looking at what we do through the lens of what Jesus has already done. We don't need to feel like it's our job to save the world, but we need to feel like it's our job to exemplify the call of Jesus, the gospel message. What he has already done, we need to live that out to the people so that they can see that we mean what we're talking about. We gotta walk the walk. We can't just talk the talk. We gotta walk the walk. I know you guys love that saying. So I hope you guys are encouraged by the words of 2 Corinthians chapter 8. We're going to continue to walk through this book together, and I can't wait to see you again tomorrow for another Daily Devo.